YouTube? It's your boy Damion Crier, and I'm back with another cooking video. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, amazing, and blessed Sunday. Me, I'm doing okay. I'm not going to say I'm doing great, but I'm doing okay. Feeling a little under the weather today for some reason. I don't know if it's the weather change from going to Indiana to back over to Houston for those couple of days where it was like 40s over there and like 80s and 90s over here. So I'm hoping that it's nothing really serious or nothing that I have to be concerned about. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me adjust this lighting, guys. Looks awful. Oh, there we go. That's a little better, a little darker, but. So basically today, guys, I decided to do like a stir fry. Well, it's like a stir fry for me. So I went and got some broccoli, some mixed vegetables, and put them all in and mixed them all together in a bowl. And right now, I have my oil back here on the stove popping. It's kind of loud. So what I'm doing, guys, is I went and got like a small ribeye steak, and I took the steak and just kind of diced it up into little portions. And I also got some small shrimp where I actually pulled the tails. Well, they call them booties, the little hard shell thing on them. I actually pulled the shells off of them. So what I'm gonna be doing here is I took the ribeye steak and I went ahead and I seasoned the ribeye steak, and I also seasoned the shrimp. And I'm actually using butter to fry both of the meats that way, because you know butter already has salt in it. So this is what the meat actually looks like before it goes in. You guys can see that. I can't find my other tripod, guys. I think it might be in my car, so I'm using my big one. So it's kind of hard to move around with it, but this is what that looks like. I've already seasoned it. And the seasoning that I'm using for the steak and the shrimp meats are, this first one is Old Bay seasoning. That's a really popular one people use for seafood boil. So I added a little bit of that to the shrimp and the steak. A lot of people will make you believe that the Old Bay seasoning is just primarily for seafood, but you can actually use it on chicken, steak, and vegetables and all kind of stuff. So that's one of the seasonings that I'm using. And regular seasoning salt, y'all know my Dollar Tree brand, I'm never gonna change from that. And then I have regular traditional black pepper. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and put the meat inside the skillet now, because it's about warm now. That way, what I'm basically doing is I'm gonna actually cook the meat first, and then since the vegetables are pretty much already cooked, I'm gonna just once the meat gets cooked, I'm gonna just put the lid, I'm gonna put the meat on top of the vegetables, and then after the meat gets done, I will add the vegetables. Now on top, you can only see like the broccoli on top, but there's actually carrots, there's cauliflower, and there's other little small various vegetables in here. So I'm gonna save this for last. Again, the vegetables are already cooked. So once the meat gets done, about 10-15 minutes for the meat. And then I'll go ahead and then add the vegetables and then put the lid on it. That way, the lid, actually with the lid on it, the steam will actually help cook those vegetables. So I'm gonna take this off the tripod so you guys can see it here. Clean up my little mess. Y'all know how I am, I like to clean as I go. Good habit to have. Just to show you guys what it looks like now. Give you guys a better close. I'm gonna turn this light on. So that's it right there. Like I said, I didn't use that much butter. Oh, that smells so good. I was actually gonna cut an onion up and put it in there, but I decided not to do that. Put the onion in there. Didn't want that onion breath today. Right now I have the stove. Of course, I'm cooking on an electric stove, and I have the settings on like 7.5, just so you guys can see that. 7.5. So I'm gonna let this right here cook for a little bit, and then like I said, I got the vegetables right here that's already pre-cooked when you buy them. Then I'm gonna mix them all together. Also, guys, after this video, man, let me know if you guys want me to do like the eating mukbang part of this video, because this particular clip right here is just the cooking video on how to cook it. Now, I have seen bags of stir fry inside the store when I got the stuff, but a lot of the stir fry, a lot of the stir fry already had like its own meat in it, like the chicken stir fry, the turkey stir fry, the shrimp stir fry, the steak stir fry. So I decided just to get the regular vegetables and then get the meat fresh, and then dice the meat up myself and kind of just do my own stir fry, because it gives me more to do and to be able to like cook the meat the way that I want it. Like when you buy like a stir fry, a lot of times and it already has like the meat in it, the meat is not seasoned as good as the way I like it. You guys know how I am. I like seasoning. I know I shouldn't be eating a lot of salt, but I'm a salt person. I guess that's a bad habit that I need to get out of, because I'm a little older and I'll be putting myself at risk with all the salt. But anyway, as you guys see, you know when the shrimp are cooking because they start to turn like that orangey looking color. And the steak, it's ribeye steak. So it's a really, really tender steak that does not take long to cook at all. And I'm not going to add any water in the pan with the vegetables. The reason being is because some of the vegetables are actually frozen and it's going to create its own water. The last thing I want to do is drown out the meat in the seasonings with a bunch of water, and then I'll be having to eat the food and then re-season it, which is something I really don't want to do. As you guys can see, this is actually cooking really good, and it's not going to take very long for this to actually get finished. It's probably going to be a really short video for you guys, but this is a meal right here. Like, you guys see what time it is. It's like going on 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So for something really quick, fast, and easy, being that I'm not a huge breakfast person, a stir fry is something, ooh, I blurred up there. Sorry about that. The stir fry is something that's a little bit easier to cook, and it's not that heavy. So again, I took like a whole ribeye steak and I cut it in half, and then I took it and then I diced it up into little sections. That way it's not real fattening. So something like that right there, I can eat that right there and then not get really sleepy and tired, versus just eating like a steak by itself. This I can control it better, if that makes sense to you guys, as far as how much I consume, so I don't get tired. Because it's Sunday, I'm the type of person, I get to eating and I'll be ready to lay down and watch television. And today is probably just not the day for me to be laying down watching television. Whew, you guys can see it's hot. I'm actually sweating in here. But anyway, I'm gonna turn this off for a minute, guys, and I will see you guys shortly. Okay, guys, so I am back. The meat is just about done. As I said, it wasn't gonna take very long for it to cook. As you guys see, the time on the stove wasn't really that much difference from when I showed you guys the time earlier. So now basically, you want to just make sure that when you do this, that you buy the right type of steak. If you get that extremely cheap steak, you probably want to cook the steak first before you actually put it inside the vegetables, because if you don't, the steak is going to be extremely hard and tough. Now I'm just going to add the vegetables right in. As you guys can see right before your eyes, you got the carrots, you got the broccoli, you got the cauliflower. Just so you guys know, I added just a little bit more cauliflower to it, because, I added just a little bit more broccoli to it, and decided, because like, I'm like a huge broccoli person. And when I do eat broccoli, it's almost like when I eat cabbage, I eat a whole lot of it. So this dish right here is really not that hard to make, guys. As you see, it didn't take me long to make it. Now and again, I would not add any more seasonings to this stir fry, because I tasted the meat, just a small piece of it, and it was really, really seasoned, really, really good. Actually, I can taste the Old Bay seasoning, and that's one thing I like about when I season my food. I want to be able to taste the seasoning. Not that it has to be extremely drowned in salt and stuff like that, but I want to be able to taste the seasoning because it makes the food taste good. Now, a dish like this, if you do it right, it only takes about 15 to 20 minutes to make. Now, I didn't show you guys the prep part where I actually took the steak and cut it in half and then cut it up, because I wanted to just show you guys like everything already prepped up. And basically, if you get like the steak I got might have been like $6 for the ribeye. And basically, that steak doesn't take long to cook. Now, it was the reason why I got that particular steak for this dish, because that steak is really, really soft. It doesn't take long to cook and tenderize it. And so again, the tougher the steak that you get, the longer it's gonna take to do this dish. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on here right now and try to clean up some more of my mess. And when I get back, there we go. Just give you guys another close up on that. You can see how that look. When we get back, about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes for that to cook, and I'm gonna turn the camera back on and let you guys see what the finishing touches is on this. If you guys want the mukbang part of this video, man, like, comment, share the video, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Also, I'm thinking about doing a couple more stir fries this week, but it does not have to be steak and shrimp in the stir fry. If you guys have a video suggestion for a cooking video that you want me to do as far as a stir fry, don't hesitate to leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Also, you guys can follow me on all my social media. All of my social media links is in the description box down below. And also, I thank you guys, man, so much, so much. I'm so grateful, man. We are on a road to 148,000, which means we are probably gonna hit the 150,000 mark in about another month or so. So I thank you guys. I'm grateful for you guys continually watching the Crier family and supporting my channel. As you guys can see the time, I'm just trying to walk you guys through this with me so you guys can know that it does not take long. The time is actually 3:08, and I think I started this at like 2:40, 2:47 or something like that. So I decided to go ahead and just do the eating part of this in this same video, guys. Because I had a dream last night, man, and I want to ask you guys your thoughts and opinions when it comes to certain dreams as far as superstition. Because I was thinking when I went to sleep last night, I said, oh my God, I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, is this freaking real, man? I'm like, oh my God. So I decided to go ahead and just do the eating part of this in this video and just make one video out of this, guys. Because I'm seriously needing some opinions about this dream I had. But anyway, enough of all that right there. Let's get to this right here, man. Let's get to this, because I know you guys want to see. Again, that did not take long at all to cook, guys. Didn't take long at all. Look at that. The vegetables, as I said, was already done, because they pre-steam them when they sell them at the store, unless you buy it like completely raw or pick it right out of the garden. You know, you have to actually cook it for a while. Now, I don't really cook the broccoli very long, maybe 10 minutes, because you can actually potentially cook all the calories out of the broccoli. So that's what it looks like, guys. Now, I'm gonna ready set this up, make me a big old plate of this stuff, and I'm gonna get set up so we can have this conversation about this dream that I had. And again, I do want you guys' thoughts about this, because I am freaking tripping out. And I've had this dream more than once. And when I have this dream, it always comes true. Always. So I'm gonna turn this off, man. This food is smelling so good and my stomach is freaking growling. Okay, guys, so I am finally back. So this is the food that I actually cooked today. Hope you guys can see that. Use that for the thumbnail. So anyway, I'm gonna start off by saying my grace and blessing this food. Thank you, Lord, for this food I'm about to receive this afternoon. Thank you, Lord, for my blessings, Lord. I ask you to bless this food, Lord. Bless my house, Lord. I ask you to bless my family, my family's loved ones, my friends, and their loved ones. I ask you, Lord, for all this in the name of Jesus. Amen. So basically, Sundays is one of the days that I try to get like a movie in from time to time on Sundays. Because Sundays, I don't know, for me, since I'm not really working a regular job anymore, it's almost like every day is the same, you know, if that makes sense. And I'm thinking like the quarantine where I wasn't taking the quarantine serious before I went to Indiana, but now I'm actually going to be taking the quarantine a whole lot more serious. As far as staying at home, so I probably won't be doing any outside vlogs for a while. However, I did want to go out and fly my drone today because Sundays is one of the days I normally go out and fly it. The battery life on my drone is only like 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, you have to recharge the battery. But I was thinking about actually going up the street to the park and just kind of like letting it go for a little bit. But again, that's still kind of up in the air. because I'm trying to take this quarantine more serious. I just feel the need to step outside for at least a few minutes. And I know you guys feel the same way. Like, even though that we quarantine, you still feel the need to step outside. That way you don't feel like that you're in jail or prison or something. There's no worse feeling in the world than to feel like you're confined in your own home. This is really good, guys. I can taste all the seasonings and everything in this. And this is something I can probably eat every single day. So, let me talk to you guys about this dream I had. And again, it's not the first time I had this dream. I had this dream multiple times. And I found out maybe like a week or two later that I was absolutely right. Last night, I laid down and I actually slept on my couch, which is something I rarely do. But I fell asleep on my couch last night. About 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and I'm like, I had to sit there and think for a minute, like, did I just have a dream? And that's what actually woke me up, was the dream. I had a dream that I was fishing. Yes. I actually had a dream that I was fishing. And I was actually pulling fish in. And it's weird because I was real close to the water. But I don't know if the fish part of the dream of me fishing woke me up, or the part of me being too close to the water woke me up. But at any rate, it was associated with fishing. Now, I know a lot of young people watching this video might be asking yourself, what the heck does fishing have to do with anything, Damion? When I have a dream about fishing, anything that's associated with the body of water, it's associated with fishing. Whenever I have a dream like that, it means someone close to me is pregnant. Now, my first thought was, do I need to pick the phone up and call my daughter? And I said to myself, no, she's not really dating anyone serious right now, so it's not her. Even though a few mukbangs ago, she pulled a prank on me and told me that she was pregnant. And I had to think, it's definitely not me, because I can't have kids. And there's definitely no way no one is pregnant by me. So I'm thinking to myself, who the hell could it be? So, I don't know, man. Leave me a comment, man. Let me know if you guys ever experienced that or ever heard that saying. Because you know, like older folks, I used to say older folks when I was younger. Now I'm in a category with the older folks. And I say that too. I remember when I was married, I used to tell my ex-wife, I had a dream about fish. She said, what? And she believed me, because a week later, somebody popped up pregnant. It was her oldest daughter. And then it happened again. I had a dream about fish a couple years later, and I was right. It was her daughter. Then it happened again. Found out it was her sister. So every time I have that dream, somebody that I'm extremely close to is pregnant. Now, I used to call it superstition, but over the years, I've become to recognize it as facts. So it's not just superstition anymore, it's facts. So I don't know if it's my daughter, my daughter-in-law, my sister. She's older than me, so it definitely is not her. Could be one of my cousins, because I was just in Indiana around my cousins. What I was saying, I had to shut the camera off. I had a very important call to take earlier. So what I was saying was basically was that when older people have superstitions, believe them. Don't look at them like, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because sometimes that's just not an old person saying, sometimes that's facts. So on to other things, guys. People have been sending me messages as far as like, they know that I've traveled recently. Me and Erica both have traveled to Indiana recently. And it was Erica's actual first time in the Midwest. And I'm gonna tell you guys, man, her meeting my son was amazing. It was amazing. And my son, he watches our videos and stuff like that. And Erica, she's a good person. She really is a really, really good-hearted person. You know, I think like the rest of us, we've all had a past. I've had a past that was not so great. I've had things said about me that wasn't so great. I think Erica, like her past wasn't so great. She's been on other channels, she had situations with other people. But at the end of the day, I guess that's all a part of life's experience. But to sum it up, she's really a really, really great, sweet person. I'm glad that I met her. So we're gonna try to just keep it moving forward and try to continue growing from there. But people have been really concerned about me traveling and me not taking the coronavirus more serious than I do because I'm constantly out. I think I made a video last week. I was at one of the stores and I didn't have when I did the video, the intro, I didn't have my face mask all the way covering my face. And so some of the people in the comments was pretty upset about that, which I have a right to be because y'all concerned about me and concerned about my health. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking it more serious. I'm starting to realize that this thing does not discriminate. The virus that's going on, it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't discriminate against age, color, what country that you're from. It affects everybody. So that's something I'm going to be taking more serious. Now, as you guys know, Erica has a surgery coming up in the next 24 hours. So I'm gonna be there to support her 100%. Thank all of you guys for the prayers, man. This is a pretty serious procedure that she's having. I don't know if you guys watched her live, but they found some polyps, precancer cell polyps. So that's something extremely serious. We knew about this 2 or 3 weeks ago with some testing been done. So now it's time for the surgery part of it. So she may be actually stepping away for a while, but I'm gonna keep you guys posted every step of the way on what's going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video off, man. If you guys have any video ideas that you want me to do as far as cooking and stuff like that, leave me a comment in the comment section after this video. And real quick, before I do my post notification shout out, just so you guys know, if you want to know the ingredients that went into this, because I have a habit of not putting the recipe in the description box after a cooking video. Basically was a bag of mixed vegetables that contained broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. And I actually used a ribeye steak, a half a ribeye steak, cut it in half, and I diced it up like I would dice up tomatoes or onions. And I also use regular small shrimp. I just pulled like the butt off of the shrimp. And again, I use Obey seasoning. Again, people think Obey seasoning is just for seafood, but you can use it for a lot of different meats if you decide to. The flavor is really good. So the Obey seasoning, I use regular seasoning salt and regular traditional black pepper. So I'm gonna put my old man glasses on and do my post notification shout out. My post notification shout out today goes to Tess Wilson. Tess Wilson, you've just been shouted out from the Cryer family. Thank you for always supporting, wonderful, positive comments. We're on the road, man, to 148,000. Looks like we're gonna hit it this week, cross another milestone. Again, I wanna thank all of you guys for supporting the Crier family, man. We love you guys, man. Until the next video, I'm Damion Crier, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.